of the Discourse, and today we focus on Gabon, which on Monday, the 17th of August, marked 66 years of independence from France. Now, the anniversary comes as Gabon continues to navigate a new political chapter following the end of the Bongo family's decades-long rule. Under President Brice Oligui Nguema, the country is seeking to strengthen its partnerships across Africa, deepen economic development, and redefine its relationship with the international partners. So, as Gabon reflects on more than 6 decades of independence, where does the country stand today? And what does the next chapter look like? Well, for more on this, we're now joined by His Excellency Rembendambya, who's Gabon's High Commissioner to South Africa. Thank you so much indeed for joining us, High Commissioner.
Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to communicate on the progress of my country. Thank you very much, SABC.
So, 66 years of independence on Monday. What does this milestone mean to Gabonese people?
Well, thank you. It means everything. On August 17, 1960, Gabon, which was a former French colony, became independent. 66 years after, I was saying it means everything for us, for the Gabonese people. It means looking back to the progress we have made so far. It means looking back on the questions of governance, of democracy, of justice, social justice. It means everything. And as we are celebrating this milestone, well, we also look forward to see what comes next, what the next generation, what Gabon might look like in years to come. So for us, it means everything.
So, what would you say you've been able to achieve in the 66 years? What progress have you seen for your people?
Well, we made a lot. When we look back on August 17, 1960, we were a small country, almost with nothing. We managed to modernize our country, makes it a better place for not only for Gabonese, but for all the world, all Africa. When you see Gabon, you'll find everybody in there. It means also that we have been able to secure peace, which is the most important asset. Peace is very important. You can't do business if there is no peace. 66 years after independence, Gabon has been able to, is a stable country, I would say, in a region where, a lot of conflicts have been going on. We have been able to secure education, health care for our people. It's not perfect, but it's there. It's a reality in Gabon. Young people can go to school from A to Z. Our people can go outside and go and learn, and become engineers, doctors, lawyers, and come back home and bring their share and bring the stone on the construction of our country. But above all, just to sum up on achievements, peace, economic strength. We are working, there's still some challenges, of course. We are still working to diversify our economy, which has been for many years relying on oil and raw materials. We're now working to make it much more a strong and a resilient economy. Yeah, this is so far what some of the achievements we have been able to achieve 66 years after independence.
Some people might say, though, High Commissioner, we have lots of oil wealth, Why hasn't that oil wealth translated into everybody enjoying a high standard of living?
Yeah, that is true. I mean, those people are right. I mean, we have wealth, we have oil, we have raw materials, and but in some parts of our countries, people are still, struggling. But I would say this is part of life. I mean, you have all these riches, but you have to be able to translate them and change the lives of your people. But when you look at Gabon from 1960 up to now, you'll see that we have made a lot of progress. Uh, our people are able to, I mean, our kids are able to go to school. I mean, the whole year. I mean, there is a healthcare system that is working. Uh, the institutions are there, and peace, above all, peace is there. Some people would say, no, we're not eating peace, but without peace, you can't do anything. So I would say to those people that, well, constructing, building a country is a long way to go, and we have the will to move forward. Then this is the most important right now.
So Gabon has gone through a major political transition since 2023. What would you say to people in terms of what the country is like now? What is the story of things like democracy after decades of highly concentrated presidential power? What's the new order?
Well, yes, 2023, we had a liberation coup, and we went through a transition of almost 1 year and a half. Uh, let's look at that transition compared to many other transitions in Africa and the world. Our transition was very peaceful. First, very important. No blood. It's a bloodless. It was a bloodless coup. It was a bloodless transition. We managed to secure. We managed to make sure that our people could still speak to one another. There was a national dialogue that was led in the country. We managed to go to an election to say yes or no. We want a new constitution, and that was the referendum that was led by the country. We managed to organize elections, not only presidential elections, but general elections, and all those elections were managed peacefully. No one was hurt. No one was intimidated, and the Gabonese people freely elected my president, President Brice Oligui Nguema, uh, with 94% of the votes. Uh, I would say it's the Gabonese transition has become a model of transition when you talk when you consider transition all over the world. Uh, it's very important to note that uh, peaceful transition peaceful transitions are very rare everywhere in the world, and and Gabon has managed to reach and do and reach that milestone, which is very important to us. Now, of course, after transition, it's a new chapter for the country. We are much more focused on economic development. As I said earlier, we want to diversify our economy, uh, and we are doing what we can to make it a reality today.
I would imagine, like the rest of the continent, young population is the order of the day, and they seem to be the most disaffected in terms of employment and economic opportunities. Is that a priority for your country at this time? And what are the youth telling you?
Yeah, absolutely, you're right. Gabon the youth population in Gabon is very young people, and they are looking for opportunities. Uh, the president and the government is doing a lot right now. First of all, we have been able to tell our people, okay, there is no more, employment or jobs in the administration, but you will have to be creative, innovative. Uh, the president has managed, and the government have managed to open and give opportunities. Today, when you go to Gabon, for example, you will be, as a young man, if you have a project, if you have a business plan, a very solid one, you'll be able to access some finance to uh, to open your business and run your business today. Uh, the president is also, and the government are also orienting the education system much more towards vocational jobs. You know, for many years we've been relying on you know uh, general education. Today, we are directing our efforts towards professional, vocational education, technical skills, uh, and we are giving our, the opportunity for young people to be trained on these areas where we think there are more opportunity for our youth today. We are talking to them, and we are talking reality, truth to them, to make sure that the next generation of young people in Gabon understand that yes, there are opportunities, but you have to be trained, you have to be aware of that, uh, and you have to be able to also participate in that uh, in those procedures, the procedures for uh, creating opportunities for the youth today.
We've seen Gabon strengthen its engagement with countries across Africa, including Uganda, the Gambia, and the DRC. What's driving this renewed focus on African partnerships?
Well, yeah, you're right. But it's not for me. It's not a surprise when you look back and you look at the history of my country. You will see that Gabon is first of all at the heart of the African diplomacy. Look back in the 1970s with our late President Omar Bongo, you will see that the whole Africa was in Gabon and is still in Gabon today. So there is no surprise that my president, His Excellency Brice Oligui Nguema, is touring Africa today. Uh, these are new, I mean, they are not new, but we are reinforcing, strengthening our diplomacy, our ties with the continent, because we think that there is no nation that can grow isolated. We need to have friends. We need to reinforce our relation with the whole continent because we think that the continent, Gabon, without the continent, will not be able to move forward. That's why you see our president going here and there. I hope it will be coming very soon, maybe this year or next year to South Africa also, to reinforce our cooperation because we think, uh, you know, uh, Africa is at the heart of Gabon foreign policy. It's very important. Uh, we are also building strategic partnership with African countries uh, mm, to secure peace at the level of AU, to work on the African trade agreement to make sure that regional integration is a reality. All these things are the one that are driving Gabon today and Gabon president all over Africa.
So, further afield, 66 years since independence from France, I see that President Nguema recently met President Emmanuel Macron in Paris. How would you describe Gabon's relationship with France today?
Yes, President Oligui Nguema was in France to meet his counterpart, Emmanuel Macron. It was a very, very, very beautiful and very significant visit. The relation with France is a historical one. We have big ties with France. Uh, Many of our people were educated in France. The elite of Gabon was educated in France. It's a solid relationship. It's a win-win relationship today also, because we have made a lot of progress. We are being able, through the voice of the president, to say this is what we want, this is what we don't want, and it's very important to be able to speak, at the same level with that historical partner. So I would say it's a solid relationship, and it's a relationship that is still very important to Gabon today, because we also, as I said, we still have our people going to France, our students studying there, the expertise of France. France is still one, or if not our first partner, economic partner, although we have opened the doors to many others. So I would say, to sum up, that relation, which is historical, is still very significant and solid.
Yes, historical and long-standing relationship with France, but
Right.
Gabon did join the Commonwealth as well. Pretty much an Anglophone institution in many ways. Tell us about that move, and where does that put Gabon now, joining this Commonwealth?
Yes, you're right, saying that we became a member of the Commonwealth of Nations. It's very important. Gabon cannot be isolated uh, in the world. We need to build a new partnership, and being a member, accessing the Commonwealth of Nations is part of that strategy, to open our country to new partners, to new possibilities, to new opportunities for our young people. The relationship with the Commonwealth is at a very good level. We are working every a day, as we are working with the French, as we are working with the French-speaking organization and many organizations. We are making sure that our diplomacy is at work with the Commonwealth of Nations, because we think, at the end of the day, that being part of that organization will give many opportunities to our people, and especially to our young people today.
So, as you speak to perhaps Gabonese in the diaspora, in particular, who might be watching developments back home, what's your message to them at this special time in your country's history?
That is very interesting and pertinent question, because just a few days ago, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, I was having a conversation with the community, my young community in South Africa, and some of them were asking me, well, Ambassador, you asking us to go back home when we finish our studies, when we have our diplomas. Uh, are there opportunities in Gabon? I say yes. And I say yes. Home is sweet home. You have to go back. If you have an opportunity outside, it's okay for you. But if you're looking to go back to your country, I would say yes, go and bring your share, bring your contribution on the table, because there are opportunities. Some will say it's very difficult. Yes, it's difficult. It's never easy. But once you're there, you'll see, and you have the creativity. you have the expertise, you have the will, the mindset, very important, the mindset to transform your own life and transform the lives of others, many others, Gabonese people who are waiting for your expertise. So I'm encouraging them every day to go back home. And of course, it's always very difficult. I remember myself many, many years ago when I was a young man, a student in France and in the US and many other parts of the world. And when I had to, I was, facing also the same issue. Should I go back or should I stay outside? I made a decision to go back, and I didn't regret it. It was difficult, but I had the mindset, uh, to continue to uh, uh, do sacrifices, but also to move forward. And many years after, well, I'm serving my country in South Africa, and for me, it's the same language that I'm the truth, the language of truth that I'm sharing with my people everywhere I met them. I say, well, if you want to go, if you're decided, just go, and there are possibilities. There are mechanisms that are there when you go to Gabon. If you're looking for a house, you will have a house. If you're looking for a job, you will make sure that you knock on the right door, the people's right door, to share your expertise. It's not gonna be easy, but it's doable.
Your Excellency, I think that's a good note to end our conversation, and thank you so much indeed for your time. Congratulations, félicitations with your 66th independence celebrations, and we wish you and your country the very best in the years ahead.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, as always. Thank you so much, SNBC, and have a great day.
Thank you so much. That's His Excellency Rod Rembendambya, who's Gabon's High Commissioner to South Africa, speaking to us about Gabon marking 66 years of independence from France this week. It's time for your news headlines. Here is Onele Nsinzi.
SABC News. Headlines. The African Perspective.
Well, thank you, Peter. The Western Cape High Court in South Africa will today hear an urgent application brought by opposition parties Umkhonto weSizwe and the United African Transformation. The parties are appealing the interdict the court granted